Hi, I'm Steve Spencer from SMB Capital. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I use technology in my process, and it helps me keep track and execute trades that otherwise I might miss during the day. And so each day we come into the market and we prepare our trading plans. We identify the stocks that are going to be the most in play for that day. We actually run a morning meeting every day of the week before the market opens, where I'll review the top in play stocks and kind of lay out potential trading plans for those stocks. And what I've found is over the years, you can't keep track of everything. And so I want to go a little bit into how we use our technology, our proprietary technology on the trading desk to kind of help make sure that I'm in these plays and I'm at the good risk reward prices. And so part of the process is basically we'll come in, we look at the best stocks, we talk about them, we identify key support and resistance levels. The reason why we like to look at those key support and resistance levels is if we can get entries at those levels, we are able to maximize our risk to reward. And so why don't we take a look at a couple of those stocks from today and the piece of technology I use to help me with those. So here's a picture of actually the written game plan. And you can see I distribute this written game plan before the morning meeting so people can follow along on the stocks that we're looking at for that particular day. And you can see I've circled two of these three stocks where the actual levels we talked about in the morning meeting actually triggered. The first one is VRX. We've identified the 28 level, and the second one is BIG, where we were looking at 48 to 48.50 for potential support. So here's a picture of the 30-minute chart in VRX, and we had news in this. It was gapping higher on a story out of the Wall Street Journal that they had received a takeover bid potentially over the last few months, and the stock was gapping higher. And so what we want to do is we say, okay, the stock had been basing over the last few days around $26 a share. It's just started to move higher, and now we have a positive catalyst. But we want to get in at a good entry price where potentially other people are looking to buy as well, where there'll be some support. And so what you can see is I've highlighted those two blue bars, an area that had been resistance and support over the prior couple of weeks. And so what I was looking to do was if we pulled into that area, get long for a move back up to the resistance highlighted in the written game plan. And you can see the little script. This is a very basic script. All it does basically is when it comes into a support area, gets long the stock, and then it automatically has areas where it will stop out of the position and also targets where it will sell a percentage of the position based on kind of how I want to trade it. Now, it doesn't prevent me from manually getting involved. Once this script triggers and I get in, I can manually add to the position or lighten up accordingly if I'm not too busy with other things. But in this case, if we actually look, actually I don't think I have the other chart there, but basically this happened very early in the morning. So it's very difficult in that first 15 minutes if these scripts trigger to really move from stock to stock. And so we'll let the automated script handle it for me. The other one, BIG, we can see on the daily chart, this is a better example. What we know about BIG is had good earnings, raised guidance. We know it's in the same sector as DLTR that had reported earnings a couple of days ago, and that made a new all-time closing high. So we know that this particular retail sector has been acting strong and that they raise guidance. And so where can we look to get long? Well, people are going to look at this daily chart and say, hey, this stock has had a lot of trouble in the 48 area. It keeps on failing there. It's gapping up to around $49.50, $50 a share. If it pulls into that 48, that's a spot where maybe people will look to get long. Same basic script, pulls into the area, get long right above the support, and risk accordingly from there. And you can actually see, here's the intraday chart where it actually triggers, and it came down there really fast, and it happened in the first 15, 20 minutes, and it basically formed a tight little range right above that 48, so the script would trigger at 48.10 to get you long. Now, if we wanted to get a little bit more sophisticated and do something else, if we knew from that written game plan, what we had written was 48 to 48.5 was the potential support zone, what we could do is have one script to get us long at the bottom of that support range, and then we could have another script that basically said, if it consolidates there and then breaks to the upside, perhaps we'll get long. So a script like that might look something like, if comes down to support and spends 5 minutes there, and then on the 2-minute bar moves 0.2 of an ATR above that consolidation range, get me momentum long and risk 0.2 of an ATR, something like that. That would be a reversal momentum script. And so there's many different ways to do this. We basically, on our platform, you can pretty much customize anything you want, from using volume to using ranges to using the speed with which something is moving in a certain amount of time, whatever you want to basically take advantage of your playbook and how things are moving within that playbook. And so this is, I thought, a very good example of 2 of the 3 names. The other one didn't actually trigger down in the support area. It did bounce a little bit, but never quite got to what we were looking at, so wouldn't have triggered. You can control your risk, you can have all that upside, and you're basically using technology to allow you to play more offense, is what we want traders on our desk to do. Take advantage of all the opportunities that they identify and be involved in as many good risk-reward plays as possible. So hopefully this was helpful and you can use it in your own trading. Thanks.
Become a member of our trading community by joining SMBU Premium. Each month, as a community, we'll work together to improve our trading with a shared hour of learning. On our trading desk in New York City, the best traders continually grow. In fact, the best traders trade to grow. SMBU Premium is packed with 12 webinars, 1 a month, focused on market-specific trader training that will help you become a better trader by the end of the month. Invest in yourself, invest in your trading. As I wrote in the playbook, tomorrow you can be better than you are today. SMBU Premium, how good can you be?